Okay, so crypto is going through a bit of a phase right now. The pro and against parties cite polarly different reasons for the slump. The Michael Saylor crowd blames the Fed, its pre- and post-COVID policies, and the market fluctuations. Crypto neutralists point out the fact that the space is so overleveraged that when the margin call comes, there are just not enough credit cards to pay the sharks. But the radically against elements have it the easiest, flailing the dirty end of the stick in all directions, from Putin to the ultimate lack of utility in crypto. And while all of this is true, I will give you one more reason to doubt crypto right now. It's the celebrities, dude. Hey, welcome to Trastra YouTube channel, where we cover all things crypto, from news to the science behind it. And yes, we dabble in gossip a little bit too. Just a little bit. So today, let's gossip about our favorite celebs and figure out why have they been investing in crypto, advertising crypto, and advocating for a phenomenon I'll wager that none of them truly understands. Amid the current crypto crash, many people are a little miffed at the celebs who have been shilling for crypto. Gwyneth Paltrow, Tom Brady, Reese Witherspoon, and even Larry David were all happy to assist in the mainstreaming of cryptocurrencies in recent months, only to go quiet now that the going has gotten a little tough. For Matt Damon, remember? Fortune favors the brave.
Fortune favors the brave.
Who's apparently not brave enough to say maybe it was a bit of an oops to try to get regular people to gamble their hard-earned money on hyper-speculative assets. If crypto were so certain to make you money to a certain extent, why would it need this many high-profile celebrity endorsements? After all, money is the most famous celebrity there is. Here's the thing. Famous people are endorsing and backing financial products and services all the time. Products and services that fall across the spectrum of sketchiness. I mean, if you're going to get mad at LeBron James for appearing in a Crypto.com ad, you probably should also be annoyed by those Tom Selleck reverse mortgage commercials, or the spots where William Devane talks about buying gold, or the litany of A-listers getting into SPACs. In the 90s, Whoopi Goldberg was a spokeswoman for Flues, that era cyber currency that was ultimately brought down because of crime and fraud. This may seem a little obvious to point out. Celebrities are always doing endorsements, and here's why. Personal finance and investing are supposed to be kind of unsexy. How you're allocating your 401k isn't particularly cool. Now, marketers and advertisers and culture writ large have managed to do your finances, your personal financing stuff, which is boring to death, into a hobby and a lifestyle. Trust in traditional financial institutions has declined so much that people might figure that Bear Stearns wasn't doing a bang-up job back in the 2000s, so why not take a chance on whatever Floyd Merriweather says is a good idea now? Companies are able to maneuver this institutional distrust, replacing cold, untrustworthy banks or nameless, odorless, faceless lines of code we call cryptocurrencies with likable celebrities whom consumers might be more open to. Banks left customers high and dry after the 2008 global financial crisis, so marketers quickly filled the void with colorful, fresh brands and familiar faces of famous people who are wealthy not because they took part in a get-rich-quick scheme or made one clever investment in some obscure product. The narrative the marketers are trying very hard to cultivate and take root in our brains is that if celebrities have financial advisors who are helping them manage and build their wealth, and those advisors are telling them to pile into Dogecoin, then this message delivered by a billionaire whom we like and trust should be heard. Businesses enlist famous people to try to sell their stuff because they know that it can't work. According to one 2012 study out of Harvard Business School, athlete endorsements led to a 40% increase in sales. Multiple studies have found that celebrity endorsement announcement boost stock prices. When it comes to finance specifically, the rich and famous aren't the most influential in consumers' lives, but they do make somewhat of a difference. A 2021 Morning Consult survey found that 20% of investors and 45% of crypto owners would invest in cryptocurrency if famous people endorsed it, though still behind financial advisors, family members, or friends and business reporters. So we have to note that. Younger consumers may also be more swayed by fame. Creditcards.com found that 28% of Gen Zers and 24% of millennials said they were looking for financial advice from social media and influencers. And brands are relying increasingly heavy on celebrities and influencers to connect with consumers. The channels of communication are shrinking, and a celebrity can catapult your product to consumers through their existing audiences and spheres of influence. You can see how it happened with crypto. You've had the nerd sphere push the concept of crypto as something that has potential. The next step was Larry David and all the others who came in and started discussing crypto. just discussing. But in my view, this was the moment crypto went mainstream, the moment science geeks were joined by the influencer class. The danger here, obviously, is that if you bought a bag of chips because some actor said so and it turned out to be gross, whatever, okay? But if you did a reverse mortgage, which regulators have warned about ads for, and accidentally lost your home because Tom Selleck said it was fine, that's not so good. The focus is on young people and crypto now, but no generation is immune. If you'd asked me in 2004 whether I'd be listening to the guy from the Orange County or the guy from Goodwill Hunting about what to do with my money, I would have hopefully have said that neither, but probably would have said that Goodwill Hunting guy. I'm going to listen to that guy because he's a mathematician. Turns out 2004 me would have been wrong. You actually should not listen to either because Ben Affleck shills for sports betting, which also is often not ideal for the end user's wallet. Actually, journalist and consumer advocate Ben McKenzie has some points about listening to famous people about money and specifically crypto. In his write-up for Slate, alongside journalist Jacob Silverman, McKenzie called celebrities pumping crypto a quote-unquote moral disaster in 2021. Quote, these rich and famous entertainers might as well be pushing payday loans or seating their audience at a rigged blackjack table, they wrote. Again, to be fair, there's something for McKenzie to gain here because he and Silverman are actually writing a book about crypto scams right now that I'm assuming they're probably getting paid for. So he's got some, he's got some skin in the game. And I guess that's the reason why he's, for now, he's fashioned himself as kind of an anti-crypto celebrity. But celebrities might not have their fans' best financial interests at heart. Granted. Love to Reese Witherspoon, but her crypto tweet, at least for now, feels fairly irresponsible. So it's not just that celebrities are encouraging unnecessary risk. I mean, Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather may have recently been part of a crypto pump and dump scheme. The boxer is no stranger to scandal in the crypto space. In 2018, he and music producer DJ Khaled settled charges from the SEC for failing to disclose what they were paid to promote initial coin offerings or ICOs, a trend so dubious you rarely hear about it anymore. And actor Steven Seagal got in trouble for something similar too. So the bottom line is that celebrities and financial brands are joining forces to sell people on the aspiration of riches that may not be realistic. It's easy and tempting to be dismissive of a lot of this. Of course, celebrities should not be a trusted source of financial information. And regulators do have some say here in protecting consumers. Endorsers are supposed to be honest about being paid. But famous people are often creeping into how we think about money in a way that is a bit uncomfortable. If you really think about it for a beat, celebrities partnering with even traditional names in finance is highly disingenuous. I mean, Jennifer Garner is fine, but also is not rich just because she's super savvy with her Capital One card. Celebrities and financial brands are joining forces to sell people on an aspiration of riches that may not be realistic. The famous lend their reputations to products that can be dubious. They often do so without acknowledging their own financial stakes. Tom Brady isn't just a spokesman for crypto exchange FTX, he's an investor in the company. Beside the fact that celebs can take risks and average person maybe shouldn't, the downside of lending out their reputations is that if a project does go belly up, it may drag the celeb's status with it. Not many of them seem to be bothered by it though. It's not like Tom Brady stopped doing anything now that he's just a crypto boy. Not at all. I mean, people care for 1 minute, except of course the people who lost. We live in a world that's constantly trying to sucker us and trick us, where we're always surrounded by scams big and small. It can feel impossible to navigate. Me, I do my best to steer you in the direction I think is right, but what do I know? After all, I too am getting paid for producing these videos for you, so don't you go trusting me too much. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please like our content and share it, and most importantly, go join our Telegram channel where we keep all the information about all the giveaways that we're currently conducting. And this is it. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.